And now, the biggest story, and we're going to wrap this up soon because I know you got press to do. The biggest story maybe the biggest story of the night was the appearance of Hulk Hogan and the reception that he got from the Intuit Dome crowd. Now, I know a lot was going around as to why Hulk Hogan got booed. And there were a lot of people thinking that it had to do with his political affiliation because, California is a blue state and, whatever. My man Kazim, I don't know if you know Kazim, he was on Ariel Helwani's show and he gave a tremendous breakdown as to why he thinks Hulk Hogan got booed. You guys should check that out. But I'm going to just put it out there and make it very simple. I can't speak for people that don't look like you and I, but I can tell you from what we've heard about Hulk Hogan, and we heard those tapes and we heard the language that he used, and we know how he feels about people that, look closer to us than they do to him. And once that came out, man, it changed everything. And so for me, that's the reason I feel so many people booed Hulk Hogan. Is it because they're over the shtick? I don't know. Like wrestling, we love, old school stuff. We love sentimental stuff. So I don't really know that that's it. But a lot of people have been coming through saying, going back to the Jesse Ventura thing where he went to form a union and Hulk snitched on him, to the multiple stories you hear of Hulk Hogan changing booking, not wanting to put wrestlers over. That's come out, people getting their feelings. I can't really comment on that because I'm not a wrestler. I didn't get held back by him, but I know what I heard. And for me, I can't ever, I can't ever cheer Hulk Hogan again after hearing what I heard, and I didn't boo. I'll be honest with you. I stood there silently. And at one point and you saw me, I just turned my back. And I stood there with my arms folded. And there's a guy named Harry. I think his name's Harry Jowsey. I always see him on these Netflix dating shows. By the way, my man does very well for himself on all of these type of dating, And so I saw him and he was standing there smiling. He was a few rows behind me. He goes, "Why turn around?" And I was like, "I can't rock with Hulk Hogan." He was like, "Why?" And I was like, "I just can't do it, man. I can't F with Hulk Hogan." So I can't speak for everyone why he was booing. But in my opinion, I just laid out the reason why a large number of people probably booed him, and I can't speak for everybody else. But there you go. That's why. And if you didn't know what he said, just go on social media, Twitter. You'll be able to find it. And then you tell me, would you cheer for him if you were me or O'Shea? I don't know.
I mean, when it comes to TJ, when it comes cracking down and it hurts inside.
I mean, yeah.
When that hit, there's a feeling of, oh man, it's Hulk Hogan. It's that instant excitement because as a wrestling fan, I know that noise, and it's a piece of familiarity. Sure, I butchered that. And I remember it happened. I sat down. And you were the first person I looked at.
Yeah, we looked at it.
You were the first. But we was like, bro, I'm not standing for this. And I sat there and crossed my arms. Then I took my phone out because I was going to do. I've always done at WrestleMania whenever Cody went up against Roman. I always recorded my face showing people that I didn't do the whoa. Mm-hmm. And so I started doing that again when Hulk Hogan's music was playing. And then when it cut off, I swore, am I hearing boos?
Yeah,
and so I started looking around and, this is why we have you on the No Contest Wrestling podcast, TJ, because I've always said you are the Obi-Wan Kenobi to my Anakin Skywalker. Because you did You do the mature thing. No, we're going to switch that up. We do the mature thing. We both got blue lightsabers. But you do the mature thing by turning your back and doing the respectful. What would Martin Luther King do? I'm going to do what Malcolm X would do. I let into him with all the gusto I had. From the diaphragm, folks. I booed into him. I told him nobody gives a F. Get that BS out of here. Boo. Wale and Eric Andre joined in with
I
me.
saw, yeah.
I got the video. I might release it one day, but I'm not trying to mess up their stuff. But man, I let him have it. And yes, it has nothing to do with who he wanted to vote for. Because the Undertaker came out and I wanted to give him a hug. It has nothing to do. It has nothing to do with that, bro.
And I'm pretty sure most of your favorite wrestlers probably voted in the way that you don't like. So it's like, so it can't be just that. I think a lot of it's disappointment too, man. You know, you grow up, you're thinking Hulk Hogan is this, and then you find this stuff out, and it's very disappointing, man. And
it is just time and time and time and time and time again. I hear about you on some BS. I hear about you, and everything that you built is a lie to my face. And it's not from fans. It's from people involved, people that have done business with you. And then on top of that, you put that racist rant is out into the world. And then when you get found out, you get quotes like, I mean, yeah, I am a racist, but what do you mean, but, ... And just because you got baptized, that don't mean all of us got baptized, bro. We remember. The North remembers Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
And then you think about everything that you say that you are and all that. And then during the political race, you had a racist comment against Native Americans and Indian people. So like, bro, we weren't the people who ate the vitamins that you made us eat, where we're brainwashed by that nonsense. And we gonna call you out because there's somebody who thinks you can just come out here and we just gonna praise you and do the bows and all that. No, dog, you got something to answer to. You think, bro, you know we got something to talk about. So like, yeah, I'm happy that is a pivotal. People don't fully grasp it yet. That is one of the most pivotal moments in the history of the WWE, him coming out and getting booed that way. That is something with the fans standing up and saying like, nah, dog, like you were better off. You were better off saying, nah, Terry's racist. Hulk Hogan isn't racist. But like, no, we're not trying to hear that, bro. We're not trying to hear that.
And it's also kind of shows you the difference. Like the WWE crowd in Los Angeles booed him, but you put him in like a UFC arena and he gets cheers. You know, it's just, I guess, different. The UFC crowd is different, man. And that's the story for another day. But yeah, man, it's just like, I think the people just let them know. And also, if you're going to do a deal with beer, how do you not make a deal with Austin's beer? That man's never going to get booed.
Skull.
So how
broken skull?
I don't understand. Like, I don't know whatever. I don't know the ins and outs and the actual factuals. But if you're going to have a beer sponsorship, it would seem to me that you would have a beer sponsorship with the man who's synonymous for drinking beer and raising hell, and that's Stone Cold Steve Austin. But hey, what do I know? I'm just sitting here behind the microphone.
Yeah, bro. Hey, Stone Cold. Broken Skull is delicious. And that black can gets you really buzzed, bro. Look, man, hit us up.
We got cans of Broken Skull around the studio. But so that's it. That's the Hulk Hogan rant, in case people were wondering why O'Shea and I, in our own unique ways, tried to explain to you why the man got booed out of the building, and that's that. But before we go, let's just
rest. Wait. Yeah. Well, before we go, rest in peace to the Iron Sheik.
Oh, Sheiky baby. Iron Sheik tried to tell y'all. You didn't want to listen. You know?
I tried to told you.
Watch new episodes of No Contest Wrestling every Wednesday or listen wherever you get your podcasts. And don't forget to follow us at No Contest Wrestling Podcast on Instagram.